Okay, I've put the camera off because I want to do this in two shorter things. And this is the second one, part two of what is going on here, my report. And I'm not allowed to talk about massive things I've witnessed in this report. Please, for the public, remember that. Okay, so it was 5:57, and around 5:59, I got hit with poison. In here, I was getting ready to do the second report, and it was too dangerous. I had to race into the extra room. I had to wait, and because of the war heroes, I had a chance to go out. And as soon as I went out, the time right now is 10:07. Okay. So as soon as I went out after waiting, the poison was bad. I heard another one go down, but these are really quiet. These kills, but they are kills. And because of that, I was standing at the door. It was really remarkable. The green light, right as it was clear for me to go, one went down. I can only assume that's why. And it was quiet. I went out and there was nobody in this terrace cell. The place is lit up like 7-Eleven. I can talk about it. The lights are on really bright everywhere. There's no atrocious, horrifying stenches. It's an empty cell. And I bleached and sanitized and used the sewer system as fast as could. It's scary. And come back out. I left the door open. I'm aware of everything. I left the door open to the bathroom because I didn't need to close the bathroom. It's obvious. I did not need to do that. Sanitized and split back into here. Now, back to what I was going to report. So at like 5:30 when I went in to make coffee, they took one out coming in from Al Mob. This is how it sure seemed. They were coming in from that hole they carved in the wall right in, because this is what they do. They come right after me within minutes of going in there. And not friendly. It wasn't friendly. So the one right as I left probably was friendly. There are so many kills in here, and the good guys will tell the public what was happening. I witnessed it, yeah, but you know what I mean. I can't sit here and tell the public, oh, this one was the good military and this one was killers they sent in. The evil military sends in killers if they don't come in them fucking selves. Because this is their terrorist and their terrorist, so I've explained it. And that's why it's too dangerous for me to come out. That's when I'm hiding. That's usually why. Hold on, I gotta take this Band-Aid off. Okay. All right, I'm covering the same material. Thank you for your patience to the public. There are good people out there, and there are good white people out there. It's just everybody knows it doesn't take a certain race or religion to know this, that the neo-Nazi white fascist people have risen up again, and they're rising up where they rise up before in Europe and in America, and now they're going to get themselves a real ass kicking. And the rest of the people, who many of them are white, are not going to have this because we want to live on a peaceful planet. We don't want a whole bunch of white terrorists and Arab terrorists trying to use chemical weapons and all sorts of weapons on people who are trying to have a happy Christmas, okay? And I've said this, that I saw this stuff, and I asked for those who can to please believe me. I saw this really nice white woman and this little kid looking up. I wrote it down at the time. I don't quite remember because my memory right now. They were looking up at nice trees in some sort of park, and that was this country, and she was dressed really pretty. There's white people here. There's all kinds of people here. We're not genociding. That's the Al-Qaeda and Hamas terrorists who are running our press. I've put this on my account for years, so I'm glad I did that, because it's clear. It's very evident that that's what they're doing. They run MSNBC. Saudi Arabia owns NBC. So anything that comes out of CNN, NBC, Fox News is obvious Trump. It's not going to be any information that you can use to protect yourself or have any idea of what is actually occurring. This is a historic terrorist cell with historic cannibalism that the whole world wants to cover that sort of event. There was more than one cannibal here. I think they're basically getting killed now. And to cover up that kind of news story is just, I don't even have a word. I wish I could remember words, but let's move on. So I heard a kill as soon as I was in there, and it's not loud, but it's loud because you're standing right under it. So please understand, they're taking them out, and I don't think it was friendly, and they're not doing it very loud like I have witnessed before, very loud ones. These ones last night and this morning were not the loudest kills, but they're certainly kills, and you can definitely tell if you're right under them. So they took one out, and then immediately as that one was killed, they're organ harvesting it. And within a matter of minutes, they're running the water. You heard them all over. As soon as it was a kill, I heard them racing in the hallway, and they're going so fast, they're panorama, making considerable noise. I thought they were coming down my fucking stairs. And then they started running water and doing the gore and gore that they do to dig into the insides of the dead corpse and take out their bodies parts. This is neo-Nazi Nazism on fucking radon. Let's get in a house and let's never leave the house and let's all Heil Hitler and let's all say Allah Akbar because we're Arab and white terrorists. And let's chop up the bodies and organ harvest on radon, like on speed, I don't have a word. I literally can't speak anymore. Like hyperdrive. Let's do it all in this house, in the bedrooms. Let's bring the special forces to fucking fly over our house and come in and kill terrorists. And when the special forces come in, they drop 1, 2 at a time, 3, boom, boom, boom. Let's bring them in and we'll still stay in here as everybody's dropping in the house and we'll just keep cutting into the bodies. Yes, dude, because that is what happened, man. I fucking witnessed it again this morning. I just said there was 2, right? Yeah, and you heard the time span, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the fact that the news press covered this shit up this is it. It's so finished. The institutions, establishments, stuff like that. I don't have words. I use the same words over and over. In the West, these famous places in the West, the courts, is over, dude. They completely corrupted and ruined it all. And in the end, I couldn't even speak. And I spent my life achieving a very good command of the English language. I spent my life doing that. I went to college starting at age 22. I enrolled. I never left. Sometimes I didn't finish the set goal. Like I would say, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm going to take a couple months off. And this couple months would span into like 6 months. But I always kept going into classes, and you can see the college records. And so I really worked on my writing and my verbal skills, and now I don't have that. I just don't. I sit in the terror cell and I just struggle to remember the words that I still can remember. But I do need to report that they're dropping in here and still organ harvesting to the very end. Let's get that body, get into the bathtub of our house, run the water, and get ready to cut and dig into it. We're the fucking sane here in Washington, D.C. And anybody who says anything about it will say they're crazy, because we have police who are willing to come in and knock on their door and say that they're imagining all this. How could you possibly make this up? They don't care. They have police to do it. We'll bring our police in here. I've been fucking horrified in here. Okay, so I'm supposed to report that, but I also need to report, and it's 10 minutes, so I'm going to just try to do this quickly. All night. I went to bed at 8. It got so scary in here with kills and poison. I just had to. I couldn't watch TV. I was sick from that poison. And it was logical, and my green light was, you have to anyways. You can't watch TV. Go lay down, dude. You're so sick from this stuff. Just lay down. And it took me about half an hour to fall asleep, and I was hearing kills. And the kills are like how I just described in this 10-minute video. They went all night. I would say, well, they woke me up, but I'm also instinctively waking up because I'm hearing them. It's an instinct, survival instinct. We'll talk about this another time. I was too asleep to hear the organ harvesting running water. This I do hear. I've reported that I hear that because you can. But I was basically unconscious, but the kills do wake a person when they're in a terracell. It's just your natural instincts. And they were occurring on an average scale every half an hour under me and above me, definitely above me. And I can't talk about a lot of other stuff, but I am to report that the dead body stench was coming up from the floor all night and coming in from that bedroom all night. And I've described it. It can be an array, a variety of absolute rancid, horrible stenches, all from yeah, you know what? I don't want to say it. I also just want to say, because I've talked about so many violent, horrible, gory things, that I want to wish everybody, this is including the good military. I just want to do it because I'm in a rush. It's 12 minutes. I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas Eve and Christmas. If I don't get to make a report or say anything because I'm in here, I want to say Merry Christmas. Hopefully the good guys are taking this down. Hopefully there's not going to be any terrorists in here. Okay, this will be the first Christmas that has ever happened, but we need to get me, the hostage, out of the terrorist cell, and I know that. And so do the good guys. All right, bye.